So let's crack on. Okay, so the first thing I can see here is you've got this form on the right hand side. I think maybe this could be made a little bit more prominent, maybe change the color of this button slightly. Also, you're not giving an option to enter an email address anywhere here, and capturing email I think is something you want to consider doing. I know it's a callback request form, so maybe further down here or somewhere on the page I think give people an option to capture an email possibly. My eye is drawn immediately to these icons first of all, so ask yourself whether or not you want people to click on these first or go to the form. So that could be distracting. I think there's quite a lot going on this page, so what I would actually suggest is install some analytics software. For example, you can install SessionCam, which is I think free up to a certain amount of people, but this will actually give you SessionCam, it's called, and I've used this before, and it gives you real-time. What's good about this one, it actually gives you real-time footage of people entering your site and exiting, so you can see where people are actually where they might be moving their mouse and where they're getting confused, so you can actually start seeing patterns in their behavior, which is quite useful. Also, I've used other sites like Visual Website Optimizer. That's a real useful tool. Here it is. And this is again similar to SessionCam, but it's not real time. But I've used this before, SessionCam. But both of those tools are quite useful in doing different testing. And what's nice about Visual Website Optimizer, you can actually move things around on your site and test different things. So, for example, if you wanted to change this button or change the call to action text, you could test 2 different versions of that and then see which one is going to win out on that. Okay, so what else have we got here? So I think at the bottom of your page you definitely need a clearer call to action. I think I saw someone else mention that on LinkedIn. Get inspired today. It's not really a clear call to action. So I think maybe a button here at the bottom, or something to lead me into get more information, or take me to that contact page possibly, or learn more about you. As you want to take people for a journey into your website. So I'm kind of just skipping. I didn't really find myself reading any of this text either. That a lot of people, I think, just they don't really read the bulk of the text. They generally click on the images, and if there's a video or something, they'll click on a video. So that might be something you want to think about to enhance this page. You've got your text, obviously. You don't want to change a lot of that there due to SEO, so you want to be careful about changing too much of that. But you could add a nice video here somewhere instead of this slider, or maybe somewhere on the right hand or left hand side here, or adding a video into the page even. Maybe that might just help tell people more about what you're about. Those people that don't really can't be bothered to read. They generally just click on images and see bullet points. I can't see any bullet points here. I think that's what generally people look for, is they'll look down the page and say, okay, sales appointment setting, I get that. And the first thing I'm seeing here are the menu links. So how can we help? Telemarketing, I've got that. I've got the phone number. I'm not really seeing why I should phone the phone number. So that's the only thing. So there is a call to action here, obviously, to phone this number. But I think maybe I'd like to see some bullet points, or some additional kind of ways of picking out the information. So maybe bold certain parts of the key information of this this particular paragraph, and that might help. Okay, so I'll just quickly go through some of these other pages about us. Okay, so you've got a video on the About Us page. Maybe think about putting that back onto the home page and then testing that. I didn't even see that. So if you think the video, again, testing is really crucial. I think you've got to test every single time. Do an A/B test. So put one with video, one without, give that a week, or get a number of people, maybe 100, or depends how much traffic you're getting onto the site. The more traffic you've got, the easier it will be to test different things out. So I'll just move on. About us again, just a call to action under the video I think would be useful, like a nice button. I did notice also in the footer here you've got this copyright symbol is not showing up correctly, so I told you I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so just have a look at changing that. It's quite a simple change, it just doesn't look professional. Let's have a look here. So on these, you've got these bullet points here, which doesn't really make sense. I mean, there's probably no point in having a bullet point on each of these particular things. They make them into a heading maybe, rather than a bullet point. Just visually, it doesn't seem to make sense. Doesn't look right. So, okay. Also, I think pictures, maybe you can add some icons or pictures on the page just to kind of enhance each of these services. It might work quite well. And okay, and yeah, I just noticed here where it says web design, there's not really any text here, so it just doesn't look right with all the. You've got text for all of these, but nothing for this one. Okay, so moving on very quickly, I'll just go through these other pages. I think you've got lots of images here. Maybe too many. I think maybe you could have this on like maybe a bit of a nicer grid. The way it's laid out, it's just like a mass of logos here, and not a lot of good the spacing between them really. And there seems to be some it's just some text here obviously floating around. We've got case study, and then just I think the layout of this page could be a lot better with the logos, just better spacing. Using like a grid system I think would probably help. Okay, moving on. I noticed on this page, the blog, you've got what looks like, I don't know if this is probably, I think you might have a is it a WordPress? Yeah, you've got a WordPress blog embedded inside a frame, which I guess is okay, but it's not ideal I think in terms of usability, because we've got I've got two scroll bars here, so I have to, if I want to actually use the blog, I need to scroll up and down, but it clearly seems to be doing something for you, maybe. I'm not sure what in terms of SEO. It might be actually helping you do something there, but I think just in terms of usability, it'd be nicer to have the blog actually integrated as part of the website. Right. Okay, so how can we help? Again, maybe a nice clear call to action button, or some bold text with a link to it at the bottom would be good. And then contact us page. Yeah, I mean, I think the imagery could do with a bit. I'm not too sure about the image of this woman. I've seen her. I think I've seen it everywhere on the internet. Every single stock library photo website I go to seems to have her. You might want to have a look at HubSpot. Actually, HubSpot have got some. If you're looking just for free images and completely free images, HubSpot actually have some good advice on images. And I remember seeing some free stuff that they free image stock photos, and they give some advice on the kind of photos you might want to use on your site. I think these kind of generic ones where you got the woman looking at straight into the camera, is probably a little bit. I think doesn't really work that well. I think something a bit more personal, maybe that's more you, maybe even a picture of you at work, or possibly just a call to action that's looking towards the form. Maybe something a bit more natural, maybe that's going to work better. Just a phone might be better, or something. I don't know. It's really difficult. Images always take the most time to pick out, but I've read some advice on HubSpot is you don't want to choose images which just look fake, So the ones that are more realistic, actually real people in the workplace, work better, and actually more. I can't explain it really, but images that don't look so posed, I think work quite well. If you look at I think some of the best landing page examples, kind of give you good ideas. Best landing page. And you'll look at some of the images on some of these. HubSpot, really good. Got some good advice on this actually. And they actually have very few images on some of these, but they've got like these little testimonial pictures of people, which I think work quite well. You see a nice big call to action button. You see here you've got like background image, which gives you kind of an idea. So a lot of them don't actually have these images that they're really leading you to the call to action. That they should support the call to action. So they've got like a little blurred image in the background, you see there, to give you an idea. And then here's like a person pointing towards the form, leading you towards the form or the call to action. So if you want to have a look at images that are going to do that for your own website, you want to have a look at, rather than the woman staring straight back at you, maybe have one that's kind of leading towards the form over here on the right hand side. Because generally what happens is you see a picture of a person, they're looking at you, you just look straight back at them. So you want them to actually look at something. So if you have ones that are maybe looking towards the form or looking towards the button, then that's going to lead their eye to, oh well, what are they looking at? So, or that's why they have the pointing ones, which seem to work quite well. Okay, so I think that's it really. I wish you all the best of luck with this, and if you want to have more of an in-depth conversation about your site, I'm quite happy to do that. Just get me on the number, which I'll if I connect with you on LinkedIn, you can reach me through LinkedIn. Okay, take care, bye bye.